Are here. There they go. Are here to review the arguments. Democrat Steve McMahon and Republican Todd Harris. So let's take that question right now. Likability is a nice thing. Oh, by the way, here's Romney right now in North Carolina just yesterday making the case against re-electing the president. Let's watch.
Even if you like Barack Obama, we can't afford Barack Obama. It's time to get someone that'll get this economy going and put the American people back to work. We're a trusting people. We're a hopeful people. But we're not dumb. And we're not going to fall from the same lines from the same person just because it's in a different place.
I somehow think he's being well scripted right now.
He is being well scripted because what he's trying to do is separate the fact that people like the president, they'd like the president to succeed, and they're making a decision about a president they like and a guy they don't like very much.
Can they take away Obama's advantage on likability by conceding it?
Well, they can mute it a little bit. The problem that they have is the converse of the argument is you may not like me very much, but if you care about the economy, you need to elect a business guy from Wall Street. I don't.
Can you concede the likability issue like he's doing? It's like clinching it. Okay, he's more likable, but let's talk about something else.
Yeah, you can mitigate it because the fact is, as long as people feel like they themselves, yeah, the economy may be improving, but if I'm not feeling it myself, whether you like the president on a personal level or not, or think he's a good guy, a good husband or not, if you don't think he's up to the task of turning the economy around, then it doesn't matter. And the fact that in the same polls that show this race basically tied, that Romney's fave-unfave numbers are so bad, and yet so people are saying, you know what, I don't like
How does he keep the
Romney, but I'm voting for
crazies in your party quiet who hate Obama, the mongooses out there? They just snipe at him constantly, and it'll be at every one of the rallies this summer saying racist and sometimes racist, always terrible things about the president. And he's saying, oh, he's a nice guy. Is that going to be believable when he says that?
It'll be just...
They'll start to boo him.
Same issue, and every time Lawrence O'Donnell comes on this network and bashes Mormonism. I mean, you know, how's the left contain that?
A better argument for Mitt Romney, frankly, if you're going to do the it may be this, but it's not that, would be the economy may be improving, but is it improving for you? Todd just got to a better argument because Todd's actually a better strategist than the Romney campaign.
Okay, let's talk about the state of Ohio. Yesterday, President Obama was out there, and it's going to decide again the state. It's like Ohio and Florida all the time. Takes this shot at Romney, perhaps telegraphing his line of attack for the whole campaign. Big question about whether this worked or not. Let's watch him, President.
Somebody gave me an education. I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth. Michelle wasn't. But somebody gave us a chance.
Okay, these are scholarship kids, both he and his wife. And her brother was a scholarship kid at Princeton. Okay. Is that something to brag about, or is it something to be careful about when the other guy got the tuition paid by his parents to prep school and everything else?
I mean, it reeks of the kind of class warfare that on your previous segment that, you know, that Chuck Todd and Howard and others were warning against. Ann Richards tried this in 1988.
Well, isn't it fair to say that some of these guys with old money are born on third and act like they hit a triple, what Ann Richards said? Isn't that true? Don't they act like they have entitlement when Ann Romney and them start talking about it's our turn? What the hell does that mean? It's our turn.
Yeah, probably not the language I would have used.
Because that means we're entitled.
Well, it could mean something else. But
by the way, let's take a look at that. Let's get that other sound of that. Go ahead.
Start packing. That's what I'd like to say. Obviously, we have a very different view. The president, I'm sure, wants another 4 years. But the first years didn't go so well.
You know, I got to know Michelle. She's a lovely person. I've never met Barack Obama, but I believe it's Mitt's time. I believe that the country needs the kind of leadership that he is going to be able to offer, and I believe he is the person that can turn around this economy. So I think it's our turn now.
What is this, Goonies? It's our time? Remember Goonies, the kids' movie? I mean, it's our time. It sounds like you're a rich person waiting for the trust money to come through.
You know, when you watch,
that's what it sounds like.
When you watch
the argument, it's the argument from the Republican primary. I mean, really, that's what happens in Republican presidential primaries. Whoever's turn it is gets to go next. But unfortunately for the Romneys, that's not the way America works, and that's not the way democracy works. And can I just make one point about the president? Everybody assumed he's talking about Mitt Romney. He could have been talking about anybody who's entitled. Hold on a second. He didn't mention Mitt Romney. He didn't mention Mitt Romney.
Can I have a response for you on that?
Yeah, I just gave it.
No. Hold on a second. He didn't mention Mitt Romney. It's a rhetorical trick to talk about the haves and the have-nots in society. It may be Mitt Romney. It could be just about anybody.
Okay,
talking about
we know anybody who was more exquisite in use of language than this president. It was exactly what he meant. He meant the other guy
exactly what you would think. He knew exactly what you would think.
I don't agree with you on that one.
Any potential hypothetical wealthy Mormon former governor.
Just because the shoe fits doesn't mean you have to wear it. But
let's take a look at the here's Romney responding to that silver spoon, because he says something here that really bugs me. So we're going to go back and forth on this. Let's watch
the trees. I like the size of the trees. Let's
watch Romney here on Fox and Friends.
I'm certainly not going to apologize for my dad and his success in life. He was born poor. He worked his way to become very successful despite the fact that he didn't have a college degree. I know the president likes to attack fellow Americans. He's always looking for a scapegoat, particularly those that have been successful like my dad. And I'm not going to rise to that. This is a time for us to solve problems. This is not a time for us to be attacking people. We should be attacking problems.
Okay, here's a problem I have. This isn't just political diddly stuff we're talking about. Here's a serious assault. I know the president likes to attack fellow Americans. What does that mean?
Well,
it's the strangest commentating. Nobody talks.
At least they're giving him credit for being born in America now.
Attacking is that unpatriotic to attack fellow Americans?
I know exactly what it means. What it means is that the president's rhetoric, where he says to voters, the reason you're not doing better is because these people over here are doing too well. It's this kind of mentality.
This president has been villainized by your party and by the right as not really an American, as some sort of guy snuck in the country, as really African.
What does that have to do with what
he's a fellow American? Republicans have been attacking this guy personally and viciously for years now. And then they say, well, he attacks fellow Americans. What did your crowd do?
The whole campaign. He's an American. Not your party. All the birthers out there. He's an American.
What does it mean to say, I know the president likes to attack, not that he's pugnacious like I am or anybody else is in this business pugnacious, but he likes to attack fellow Americans.
Yeah. What he's trying to do, it's very obvious what he's trying to do. This is going to be a campaign that divides America from Mitt Romney. He's trying to take a polarized country and make it a polarized race and make it very close, because then he figures that he's got a coin toss chance of winning it. But the problem is he's also got a record that he's going to have to defend, and the Obama campaign, as exquisite as they are with the language, is even more exquisite with a razor blade cutting
How did Dallas Cowboys get to be America's team? He does the same thing. I'm America's candidate for president.
This is a White House whose policies are inherent in the policies is dividing America. Those people are doing too well.
Let me go back to
everybody should have the same opportunity. Isn't a divisive message. It's the message of America.
What's the stronger argument? Let's go back. What's the strongest argument? He's in over his head, your guy's charge, or that he's out of touch with people's real needs? What's the better one?
Against the president? Neither one. The better argument is the economy hasn't recovered as quickly as we hoped or he said, and therefore we need to try something new. That's not a winning argument, but it's the best argument they have.
Well, actually, it is a winning argument.
No,
he didn't do what he said. He didn't do what he said he was going to do.
Did you just hit him?
I did.
Yeah,
I do it all the time.
I've been assaulted.
That's what Romney does. Go ahead. We don't do that here. No physical touching here.
The country's heading in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
And do you want 4 more years of exactly what we just had, but now on steroids, or do we need to change direction?
On steroids?
Yeah, because we're going to go even faster.
There's a steroid scandal now.
He's a drug user, too. Okay, thank you.
Right. Yes,
Steve McMahon.